V dnešním videu vám představím moji kamarádku Crystal, protože ona jako jedna z mála ze všech lidí, které znám, vyrostla na pravém americkém chudém venkově. Jako malá vyrůstala s rodiči v obytném přívěsu a budeme se bavit nejen o těchto věcech. Takže si zapněte titulky a jdeme se podívat na to, jak může i v jiných částech Ameriky vypadat americký sen. What's up everyone? So today I'm here with my friend Crystal. We haven't seen each other for a very long time. We met on the beach a couple of years ago. You guys maybe recognize her from some of the famous Instagram posts, Instagram pictures.
Not famous.
But some of them were pretty viral. But that's not the reason why we are here today. We are here today just because she's one of the few people that I know who grew up in small American town.
Very small, yeah.
And compared to Europe, it's still freaking big.
Really?
But, yeah, but
wow.
So that's the reason why I told her to come, and I'm glad she did. So thank you one more time.
You're welcome.
And we're gonna talk about this. Plus, on the top, we're gonna show you guys how different can be American accents, because her accent is the best, and I guarantee that. She did like 3 years ago a post. Or 2 years ago? I think like 2 years ago she did like
often.
But I haven't seen a lot
Clearly.
of them. But I haven't seen this one for a really long time, so it must be like over a year.
Yeah.
When she spoke with like amazing southern accent, and I love that. So hopefully we're gonna get some of that today. So let's start with that. Can you like shortly introduce yourself? Like, where are you from?
Sure.
If you can switch to like your way of, you know, pronouncing words.
Switch to myself. Yeah,
Switch
I
to
can
yourself.
do that.
Yeah. Because in LA everybody's trying to be LA, you know.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna turn it off.
Please turn it on. Yeah. Hey guys. So my name is Crystal Nicole. Accent's already happening. So there's really no trying to be yourself. Just be yourself. I'm originally from a very small town. I grew up in Goldsboro, North Carolina, which most people don't even know where that's at. If you really want to Google it, it's called Pikesville is my town. And it's so small, quite literally, you'd just drive for miles and miles down dirt roads and you wouldn't see anyone forever. And we had a grocery store called Piggly Wiggly.
And church, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. But everything, like all of our neighbors had horses, and not the kind that's out here, the very equestrian, like beautiful kind. We're talking like a very old, rundown farm that was probably passed down through the family, but the rest of it is just cornfields. So I grew up with rats in my backyard and in my house. Yep.
So can you tell that this is like pretty poor area considered the American standard?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
it's where I'm from. I mean, I would say there's always like this American dream. Everybody hears about it, but I would say that the American dream where I'm from is people want to be a wife and have kids. Having a family, like that's the biggest trophy, you know, out there. So usually by the time someone's 16, 17, 18 years old, they're already married and or have kids. That's normal. 16, 17? 16. But then when they get married, they're married forever. Like they don't get divorced. They don't, like it's like you drive a car till the wheels fall off, that sort of thing. It's a little bit different. Like the commitment in a small town where I'm from, being genuine is much more serious. And you come to a big town, it's like, oh, opportunity everywhere, and they'll try anything. And you know, it's just kind of like, oh, do I like this? Do I like this? Do I like this? And they don't really ever commit to one thing. Where I'm from, unfortunately, people commit to everything. I say that laughing because like our versions of fun, like we committed then too, and like you jumping off a building for fun, or we'd fill the back of a truck with put a tarp in it, fill it up, and we had our own portable jacuzzi. Like that
reminds me of my town actually. Like,
really?
Exactly. Like it's exactly what we were talking about before. Then I told you that I'm probably from the similar living conditions like you are, because that's like a fun that we would do too, and nobody would like thought that this is like weird.
Did you ever go mudding?
Oh yeah.
Mudding?
Yeah, like
when knows what mudding is.
When you when you are in the mud and like you roll in it or something, or no?
No.
What's mudding?
It's a different version.
What's that?
Okay, so mudding in the country is you get into a big truck with big tires and you go mudding. You drive through it. I mean, it does, technically you end up rolling in it because it's all over you.
North Carolina is the home of NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
So this is some village NASCAR happening or something?
Sadly, we do have a dealership that is owned by, what is his name? Why am I blanking on it right now?
Michael Jordan.
No, he's not a NASCAR driver.
I know.
Michael Jordan, but he lives in my hometown.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I mentioned him, because he's big time over there. So I figured that he owns everything over there.
He does.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon. He owns a dealership.
Oh, okay.
So we have Jeff Gordon that owns a dealership. You can't understand anything he says is in commercials. And then you've got Michael Jordan. Now, I grew up in Goldsboro, but just so everybody understands, as I got older, I moved to Wilmington, which is an elevated city, so it's not as country. There's not as many cornfields per se, but it's NASCAR's the thing.
Cornfields, like when you mention like a South and cornfields, the first thing that jumps in my mind is Forrest Gump, when Jenny was living in that little house and there's a cornfield.
Literally,
it was Alabama, right? But there's not that big difference, right?
There's not. I mean,
I will say.
It's southern, yeah, but there's different accents.
Yeah.
So if you go to like New Orleans or Alabama, Georgia, or North Carolina, like they all have very, very different country accents.
Do you know how to make them up?
The New Orleans one is hard.
What's so hard about it?
It's because it's got a little bit of Creole in there. Like it's got a twist. It's spicy.
It's
and
spicy.
We're just like
spicy.
Louisiana is spicy. Like the Carolinas, everybody's just lazy. So their language sounds lazy. But I think Alabama's probably one of my favorites. It's let me see if I can channel it. Well, I do declare.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I saw on Instagram.
It's fancy, you know. So they're more polished. They're classy.
Yeah. More slow. Taking their time.
They definitely take their time. Yeah, Mississippi too. They for
Mississippi.
Sure. But like where I'm from, I call it banjo music because when you talk, it just sounds like no one can understand what you're saying.
So they call your accent banjo.
Yeah, you can say it's like you sound like a bunch of banjos or chickens. Like everybody sounds like chickens, but
really?
Yeah, it's totally different.
Those kind of stuff you'll never hear in LA because once people come to LA, they leave LAX and they are constantly, I'm LA person.
They're a different person.
I'm different. I just changed because I got out of the plane. This is something you will not really hear very often. I'm glad that she is able to give us a little explanation of that. So can you tell that entire South is like this, like North Carolina, South Carolina,
no.
or it changed? Like
it changes.
So even to interrupt you. So even like when you said American dream in North Carolina is to have a wife and kids, the same, it's like all over the South or no?
I would say the majority of the South, yeah. I mean, that's kind of, family is a big thing. And so for them, family is the greatest accomplishment you can have in your life. And to me, it's so fascinating because there's other bits that if you were to drive 4 hours into the city, so 4 hours away from where I live, there's a city, it's called Charlotte, North Carolina. It's considered the city. And people there, they're more, it's kind of like a little miniature LA. And so people are more concerned about a job and a career and what do I look like and, you know, where everybody's going. Mm-hmm. But yeah, when you get out of that, I mean, it's so interesting. There's parts that it's like redneck and trailer trash.
Yes. I was about to ask you for it.
That's where I'm
trailer
from.
trash
yeah.
and white trash.
Yeah.
That means the same?
Yeah. Yeah. And I grew up in a trailer.
You grew up in a trailer?
Yeah, I grew up in a trailer. So I like to think I'm classier than that. But yeah, there's trailer trash, white trash. It's considered the same thing.
Rednecks.
Rednecks.
When I look on the prices, okay, on the market, let's say housing prices in LA, you want to buy a house, impossible. You want to buy a house on East Coast, some places like that, it looks super cheap.
It is.
So how come people live in a trailer?
Because there's different parts. So the ones that, like, say my hometown where I grew up when I was a kid, that area, I lived in a trailer, but my neighbors, the only people that had houses were the ones that had horses. So they were the up-to-do. They were the ones that had the money in the town. But once I moved, when I was probably in like early teens, moved to Wilmington, that's a place in an area where you have suburbs, and there's more options for living. There's still what we call the projects, which those, I think everyone has projects really. It's like the rough and tough area. So if you go from the real country, there's trailer trash, and then you go into the city, it's called projects. So
step by head. Yeah,
everybody kind of has their versions, but once you get into the city, there's more options for housing. So the housing it's crazy. I mean, you can buy a house for $100,000, and it's brand new, 3-bedroom, 3-bath.
3-bedroom, 3-bath. In LA for 100,000, you don't even have a garage.
No, you're doing good. That's like, I don't even think that would cover your rent for a year.
Yeah, yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, it will, but not for a house. Not for a house.
Oh.
Not for. I mean, some small house probably, but it's crazy.
No, I kid you not. Someone yesterday was like, "Hey, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?" But they were just looking at rent. It's like $12,000 a month. I'm like, that's insane.
For a house, right?
And but the thing is, like, you know, I live in LA now. I feel like most everyone moves here for the opportunity of doing something bigger and greater. But
they're slaves of the work.
Yeah, but you also don't lose yourself in it. Like, who the fuck pays $12,000? Excuse my French. That's my other language.
That's okay. You can use that one too.
But
that's also the way how
$12,000 a month, and I was like, how much can you do with $12,000? Like, how much better can you make?
Yeah. And you spend this just for rent.
Yeah, I can't.
It's inside.
It doesn't matter how much money I make. I'll never pay that.
If you will think the biggest difference between California and North Carolina, just one, like the biggest.
The people.
People.
They suck here. Not him. I'm serious. The people are terrible. Like, no, they're not all terrible, but it's a big difference. So, like, it's very different because where I'm from, people's values are different. In LA, they have one mission, one cause, and they will use whoever and whatever it is to get to it.
Yeah, go over their bodies.
Yeah. Where I'm from, the people are genuine. They care. Hospitality is there. Like, I grew up cooking for people. Like, 5 years old, and I whipped up a whole meal for everyone. That's normal. Out here, everyone needs to go out to eat.
Oh my God, I'm so glad to mention that. Oh my God, really, exactly.
And I love cooking. Yeah. Why not? It's part of.
You will never find a girl here who likes to cook, and who will not.
It's true though. You don't.
You will tell her if she can cook something, and she's gonna tell you that that's sexual assault or something.
What?
Yeah, seriously, because she will tell you that she doesn't belong to kitchen. Seriously, 100%. Like, and let's go eat instead. Let's go out.
Yeah,
let's wait for a table for an hour.
Yeah, and you spend hundreds of dollars on food eating out when you can just.
Let's spend 100 for brunch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like
brunch.
I'm so glad you said
brunch. We don't do brunch.
You don't do brunch, right?
Brunch's not a thing.
That's LA thing.
No, it's an LA thing for sure. Well, I mean,
because they wake up so late as fuck, right?
Everything opens late here. Like, I gotta go to the damn grocery store. It's 11 a.m. in the morning. I could have had 4 hours of work done already.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. Like, the people for sure are, for me, the massive difference.
But what is something that you really like compared to over there?
The adventures. So, where I'm from, you could drive 4 miles and go to another city, but the city is not, like, the differences between where you went from and where you're going is probably being able to see a really nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to see mountains. You don't go.
It's flat, right?
I mean, there's mountains. Tennessee's not far.
Yeah.
But there's not. All the trees look the same.
Yeah. Okay.
We maybe have like a couple flowers.
That's true, because in LA, if you go, let's say 3 hours north, it's different than 3 hours south.
You can drive an hour, drive 30 minutes. I mean, they have glamping out here. It's weird. Glamping, so it's fancy camping.
Oh, when you bring a table and everything.
Never heard of that shit in my life. Where I'm from, like, if we went camping,
you take a backpack and you go. Right?
Yeah, well, I mean, not even that. You just pitch it in a backyard and call it camping. But out here, it's really neat because there's a place called Lone Pine. I think you'd like it a lot. It's a little tiny town, but it's 4 hours from here, I think. Everything's 4 hours away. I'm kidding. No.
That's true.
I'm just kidding. It's really not.
4 hours away.
But if you go to Lone Pine, there's this really, really cute little town, very country, like cowboys country. And there's this place called Alabama Hills. And it looks like dinosaur rocks everywhere. They're just massive. And at night, you get to see the Milky Way.
Wow, because there's no light pollution.
And
Nice.
I've never seen the Milky Way.
Nice.
Like and that's the thing about California that's nice is like you could drive 2 hours here, drive 2 hours there. You could be in the snow today, and tomorrow you could be at the beach.
Or even at the same day. You can make it in the same day. Surf in the morning and
that I
ski.
love.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
So, are you still in touch with some, let's say, of your classmates from like North Carolina when you went to school? Nothing?
Definitely not.
Really?
No,
Why?
definitely not.
Why?
First of all, we don't use social media where I'm from. So they'd be doing good to have a house phone.
You kidding me?
No!
Are you
Everybody's
kidding?
names is Billy and Bobby. I'll probably just write up a letter and see if somebody catches it. Like, it's just, no, like, no one has an Instagram.
Wow,
To this day, my best friend can't figure out how to accept my request. I literally took a screenshot and it still says requested, and she's like, I can't figure out what's wrong. Yeah. There's parts of it that I love. I love the fact that that's...
But how is possible that it's US, you know? Some people maybe will be disappointed because they feel like US. The US means everybody drives expensive car, has expensive boats, owns buildings.
Nope.
And now you hear that people live in a trailer and they don't know how to accept Instagram.
We're still smart.
It's crazy.
We are still smart.
It's crazy, but
It's
for
just a-
different.
it's a-
You are smart for the way how the life was over there. The
Yes.
LA people would be dead over there
Oh, my God.
because they don't know how to cook. They don't know anything.
I was
The guys, they don't know how to fix anything.
No,
right?
nothing at all. And like everybody back home is a mechanic.
Exactly.
Everybody's
Billy and
handy. They know how
Bobby
to
as
use
well,
their
yeah.
hands. They know how to think for themselves. Like they know how to build things.
Yeah.
I think the thing, like that's what I miss out here a lot. Is like when I moved to California, I literally sold everything I had. What didn't fit in my car didn't come with me. My car, I barely had money to get to LA, and which is the story of everyone's lives.
Next video.
But and all my lights were on, my check engine lights, like everything was on. I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna make this shit, but I'm gonna wherever I land, like I'm gonna make something out of it. I'm gonna like find me in the middle of the desert.
You drive by yourself.
I did. I drove here 2.5 days straight. I just was
Wow.
like, got here.
It's like almost no sleeping.
Yeah, no. When I'm on a mission, I'm on a mission. Like that's definitely a thing. But it's a whole different world. But I didn't have a fancy car. Actually, I still don't. I drive a Corolla and I like it.
That's okay. You are
paid
stuck
for.
stuck in traffic the same way how somebody who is driving Lamborghini.
Oh,
Doesn't
and theirs
matter.
is a lease. They don't own that. Just so y'all know.
Yeah.
No one owns their
No
cars
one
out
owns
here,
their cars,
which
yeah.
is very strange to
Yeah,
me.
yeah. No one owns everything.
They don't own their house.
They don't own everything.
They don't own
They
their
lease
cars.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also the big difference. People over there, they have trailer, but they own the trailer.
Oh yeah,
right?
and the land.
And the land. Oh, hold on. So you cannot just park the trailer wherever you want.
Oh
It has
no,
to be
you have to buy
yours.
the land. Yeah. But then you can buy acres and acres and acres of land. Like everybody back home. Oh, that's the other thing about LA. Oh, I love land, and so.
Can you say the word laugh one more time?
Laugh?
When you
Land?
said like no laugh when you love something.
Oh,
you
when I
say-
love something?
Yeah, but you just say it like I love land. The way
Oh,
how you
I
say
love
it.
land.
Yeah, yeah, that was so good.
No, I love land, and there's a lot of land in California, but it's so
Desert.
expensive. It's hard to
And it's still
own.
just desert.
But this guy's got a backyard, and that's crazy. It blows my mind.
That'd be something. Yeah, it'd be something. Yeah, this is not typical in LA, right?
No, it's not. I was so excited. I was like, shit.
Yeah, it's not typical in LA. So, for example, somebody over there must be providing service. There must be police officers, firemen, teachers. How much are those people getting paid, like compared to, let's say, California? Cost of living.
Yeah, the cost of living is definitely significantly lower. The amount of money you would spend versus the amount of money you make. It's just in comparison. So you can think about it. Minimum wage has very easily been $5.25 an hour back home, and it could go up to, this was a few years ago, but like it could possibly go up to maybe like $8 if you're lucky. Out here, just to kind of give you perspective, so LA, it's $13.25. Just got raised at $13.25, I believe.
And it's gonna be 15, I think, next month or something.
Yeah, so that's a
not really-
lot.
and
That's a
not-
lot.
yeah,
You know, for like small folks. But then you have to think about how much you're spending.
Yes, you spend everything. No one's gonna really here live and make 15 an hour.
Oh no!
There's no
Everyone
way.
takes an Uber. You spend all that money in an
Yeah,
Uber
you
just to
spend-
get to.
Yeah, that's true. They don't even walk, right? They don't walk.
Those that don't
They
walk.
don't walk.
This is true. This is very true.
They don't walk. They literally have to go like 5-minute walk. They'll take Uber. Very,
They're
very
carpool
typical.
Uber too.
So
That's how they
it's-
make friends.
Yeah, carpool Uber. That's how you make friends in LA. But that's true. Are you glad that you were born in the city where you were born, or
Yeah.
you wish to be born somewhere else?
No. I think for me at least, I'm grateful for it because your roots, I feel like, they carry you a long way, and also it helps you connect with people. I mean, we're sitting here talking.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just talking. Just
told her
talk
just
like
to
I
show
usually
up.
talk. Yeah.
I told her to show up.
But little did I know, like he came from a small town too, across the way, the world rather, but still same thing. And I think it helps you. It's more authentic rather than if you're in such a big city full of people that they talk about connection, but they're not connected.
Yeah.
That's another video.
They're disconnected, actually.
Very disconnected. They don't really know what they're passionate about. They don't know what they really care about. They don't have a cause. They always want to like argue about things, but yet they don't want confrontation. It's very strange. Where I'm from, people talk about things they believe in, they care about it, they fight for it, they stand by it. I was taught that at a very, very young age, so I like the fact that that's part of my roots. It's gotten me as far as it's gotten me up until this point, but also it teaches you not to sell out. Because I like humble roots. I can appreciate them, and I feel like when I meet people that also came from the same place, I'm like, you have a lot of respect for people that work hard.
Yes.
So for me, no, I like it. We didn't have choices.
Exactly. You're born there and that's it. You know?
Here's
Deal
a,
with it.
Here's
Deal
a
with it.
stick, and here's a rock.
Yeah. And
Make
play.
something of it.
Make something of it.
I kid you not. This is a true story. Like my front yard, the road to my house was a dirt road, and we used to, when it rained really hard. Oh, love the rain too. That was the other thing about back home. It rained all the time. Out here, rarely. But the road, it'd just get full of mud puddles, and we used to pretend like there were fish in them. So we, oh yeah.
And you ate them.
Yep. I had hermit crabs, I had cats, like we had tons of pets. We had a lot of stuff, and it was just, you were creative as a kid because you had no choice but to be. You had to make something out of nothing.
To play,
Yeah.
Because there's nothing.
Yeah.
But what's really surprising me that you say that you are not in touch with the people that you've been pretty much growing up with, because I was more expecting that you went to school with people who live around you, so you were around them all the time.
Funny story. Go ahead.
And another one. Everything I mentioned, she has a funny story for you. Do you guys
I like
realize?
comedy.
Also, so is this the fact or not? So
It is a fact, yes. It's for sure a fact.
do you go with the yellow bus to school?
I did, and I had a dog. No, I kid you not. I had a chow, a big black chow. His name was Magic. He's the best. My neighbors killed him. The ones with the horses.
And ate them, no?
Pretty sure they could have. I hope not. But my dog would walk us to the yellow bus every day because we had a long, long dirt road, and he'd meet us there every day when we got back home from school. But I only went to public school up to 2nd grade. And then after that, I was homeschooled.
Homeschool? That's also a big thing.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not.
I was homeschooled in a small town, so you can
privileged.
imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Not privileged, but I would say that my parents wanted, because trust me, I came from very, very poor background. My mom wanted something better for us because my sister had asthma. Public school would still make her do PE, which is physical education, and she would have asthma attacks, and they still would make her do it.
What?
Yeah, so my mom pulled her out of school, and then they pulled me, and I was like, hey, come on, I'm like normal, I'm fine. Leave me here.
I want to go there.
Yeah, so we never kept in touch. I didn't keep in touch with the ones from kindergarten, because when you're homeschooled, you don't homeschool with a class.
How far was the school from your town?
Ooh.
Or from your house?
Probably just a couple miles. I mean, it felt like an eternity when you were a kid, but like how the school was forever. I think it's just a couple miles. Can't be that far.
Damn, it's crazy when you go with the yellow bus.
Yeah.
To Sky.
You guys don't have yellow buses?
No, because in the way how it works in
How
my
do you get to
country
school?
is that they build a city always, and they build a school, and they build a city around this.
Oh, so everyone walks to school.
Yeah, everybody walks to
My
school.
God, if I walked to school, I'd been killed by a
My school,
coyote.
I saw from my window, I saw the class. My
What?
classroom, I could sit on the elementary
Oh, that
school.
sucks. You couldn't run away from school. Did you ever skip out?
No, not really. Not really. It was. I had friends. It was fun. Like it.
Oh, that's good.
It was good. I literally could see what they are learning. That
No,
if
ours
I'm
is so
skipping a
different.
school, if I'm.
We had.
And my high school was 10-minute walk.
Oh no! We're miles, like miles of empty land, like no people.
That's great.
Before you even get to the Piggly Wiggly, or
Piggly Wiggly.
it's a real thing. You can Google it. It's Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. It's a grocery store. It's the only store we had.
It's a local Sprout.
Yeah.
Or Whole Foods.
Like literally, my hometown is so different. There's a lot of friends though I still keep in touch with that I've been friends with since when I was like 13, 12, because I was a part of a youth group
Yeah.
at a church. And
Oh, church is also a
Yeah.
big thing over there?
oh, huge.
Really?
Huge,
So
yeah.
religion.
People are
church?
religion, not
What?
spirituality.
Ah,
Big difference.
yeah,
So
yeah.
in LA, as you know,
Yeah,
like everyone's so spiritual.
Everybody goes to yoga.
Everyone's so spiritual.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, like people have a very strong belief, and it's usually Christianity,
Christianity,
or
modifi-
very rarely Catholic.
Well, that's Christianity too, no?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, but
some differences.
I don't can tell them.
Yeah, some differences, but all in all, at the end of the day, like they feel like there was bigger and greater calls. But yeah, I was part of the youth group. I'm still friends with them. In fact, one of those guy friends was like, "Hey, I used to have a huge crush on you whenever you were," and I was like, "Oh, one of those."
One of those. You know what's also very interesting? I hope you guys are carefully listening how she speaks, because you say it many times, I kid you not.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Because is it also like a thing from there? I kid you not? Because normally
some of them,
say
yeah.
I'm not kidding, right?
Yeah, kid you not. Yeah, it's.
I'm kid you not.
You should hear
like,
my dad's
you
talk.
like
My dad
switch,
says.
you switch the
Oh, I
order
see.
of the words, right?
Yeah.
I kid you not. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into those words that I found online that are very typical for hair state, which, you know, and those words you will not see anywhere close around here.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Y-
Yeah.
Y'all.
What does it mean? Y'all.
Y'all.
Oh,
yeah.
it means like, what it means? Like you all or
Everyone.
something?
Yeah.
You all?
Y'all want to come? You want to come over?
So instead of you all, you'll
Exactly.
say, you'll say y'all?
Y'all. It's
Y'all.
slang.
Y'all.
Y'all.
Y'all. Okay. Another thing. I saw that you guys are shortening everything. Like you will say like a
Nothing.
water. Nothing.
Tuesday.
Nothing. Get
So
in?
my dad
Get in?
says for Tuesday of the week, the day of the week, he says Tuesday.
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 Water, as in the beverage, it's water.
It's water.
Water. Tuesday. 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 Water. Water.
Water. Water. I found that like for isn't it?
Oh yeah,
How do you say it?
isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
We just lose a couple letters in
like,
there.
you lose a couple letters and plus you pronounce it like faster. Then isn't it? You know, so it's
Really?
like
Is it fast?
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
realize.
it's just different. What does it mean, a joint?
Oh yeah, joint. So yeah, it's basically like if you're going to a place rather than calling it a place. Oh, that joint over there.
You call it a joint?
And instead of saying there, we say there.
How?
I just realized that I said it.
See, that's what I wanted to know because I knew it's
A
different.
joint over there, yeah.
So you will say joint.
Joint is for like
But
a
it's for-
facility. And
Wow.
it's not, but it's not. It's kind of frowned upon this slang that he's bringing up. So
Yeah. It's not.
I mean, I embrace it, but the rest of the America, I would say that we're kind of like the bottom. Of it.
So how would you say it in your slang that you are making a sandwich?
Making a sandwich? Oh no, I feel like you have something. What do you have?
Fix.
Fixing. Ah, I forgot. It's so true. I'm fixing to go. I'm fixing to make a sandwich. It's so true.
You're fixing everything, right?
Oh, that just made me so happy.
You're fixing everything.
Yeah,
right?
we
Like-
fix everything. Fixing to go here, fixing to go there. Yeah.
Hold on. Fixing to go there?
Yeah, so it's not just sandwiches. It's like, rather than saying I am going, fixing. Just like
So you
take out.
use the word for making, going.
Yeah, wow.
How the fuck you can tell what it means?
Oh.
Guys, so now if your teacher is gonna ask you in school how you say
I'm fixing to do it.
you'll say fixing. If she asks you how you say make, you'll say fix. Okay? Use fix for everything since now forever, and you are gonna be very successful in North Carolina.
Oh my God.
So fixing
I forgot about that,
so
yeah.
fixing is...
Fixing to do it.
Fixing to do it. So even to do. Fixing can be...
Fixing to do it. You're missing, you gotta pull a few of those words out of there. You don't need them.
You don't need them.
You don't need those words?
So, what does it mean, cookout?
Oh, cookouts, yeah. They say barbecue out here all the time. They don't know how to barbecue.
Yeah.
A cookout back home is not In-N-Out, the restaurant. It is an actual cookout. So what that means is, like, as you can see, we're in a backyard. It would be a lot like that. It would be full of grass, and then we'd have a grill going, and you invite the neighbors over and all your friends. It's cookout. Out here in LA, they call it a barbecue, which makes absolutely no sense because no one knows how to make barbecue.
Yeah, no one knows how to make shit. They just put a hot dog there and that's it.
But since you're on that, so cookout, there's also what's called a pig picking.
Yeah, I found this too. That was there too, but I'm like, that's probably too much to ask her.
No, that was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, pig pickings are the best. You cook a pig all night long.
Yeah, we have that too. It's very traditional.
Really?
You raise your own pig and then you cook it.
No way.
Yeah, you are raising your own pig for about a year, and then.
So you have you smoked pig before?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? I ride a pig before. Yeah.
I don't want to know about that.
Yeah, you just like I was small. I was
That's
like
so
this.
Funny.
I was so scared. Oh my God.
They made you ride pigs?
No, I wanted.
Was that like a sport?
No. We have your own. So my grandfather had like his own animals. So his chicken, he had ducks, he had dog, cats, pig. When my dad was younger, they even have a cow and horses.
Oh.
So it was very typical back then, you know. And people, they make their own food, either if it's vegetable or meat.
Yep,
you know, they raise their own they raise their own animals, and everything is just organic, as they say.
Yeah, we didn't really.
Everything is.
I didn't know what kale was till I moved here.
Oh yeah.
Or quinoa.
Or quinoa. Or turmeric.
No one in the
turmeric.
What the hell? Like no one eats these things.
Yeah, everybody here is addicted on
avocado.
Avocado.
Like back home, if it was Californian, the California way, they just threw avocado on it. California pizza, avocado.
Avocado. Everything is avocado. See, she's exactly like how I am. Like you remind me, like American version of myself, living in North Carolina, compared to how I am from my town in Czech. The rest of the country, they don't even understand the way how we speak. We have very, very strong, very like unique slang.
Yeah.
They don't even get it what we are saying. But now I finally met somebody who has the same experience, but in America, within the US.
Yeah.
But I don't see that very often, you know. So I have last word here for you, and that's bless your heart. The hell does
it's really like a backhand to somebody that you just want to tell to fuck off.
Bless your heart.
Yeah,
I would guess it's something nice.
It is a nice way to say fuck off. So where I'm from, if someone says it, it's like it's kind of demeaning. Like, oh, bless your heart.
With that
like,
sour taste.
You just you.
So the accent is also
sounds very nice. But it's definitely it's backhanded slap to someone. It's
oh my God! I thought it's something nice.
Nope. Definitely not nice. If someone says that to you, they're like, "Well, you poor dumb thing."
Bless your heart.
Bless your little heart.
Wow, this was amazing. Oh my God! You told me so much about North Carolina. Now I feel like I'm local.
Yeah.
Like I'm local. Like, let's go.
Yeah, we're connected. Imagine that.
We have a connection.
People in LA being connected?
We're connected.
Crazy.
Like, you don't see that here very often. And unless you are here, you will probably not even understand what I'm talking about. Because exactly when you mentioned the kale thing,
yeah,
everybody here is so addictive on kale.
And
you guys have no idea.
Awful.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for you.
It's just
crazy. It's healthy, don't get me wrong, but it is like they have a way of, and it's kind of similar where we're from.
It's great
they have a way of life here.
Yeah,
we have a way of life there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny when those two lives meet, and you are just like look at each other like, what planet you came from?
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoy our little talk here. If there was a moment when she said, oh, this is different story, and then you would like to know that story,
Oh no.
if you will show her a great support in the comments, she's gonna maybe tell you that story.
Oh jeez.
Because those southern stories are not the stories that I can provide you, or any of my other friends who live here cannot provide you those either.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Holy southern cow. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for watching. And until next time.
Yeehaw.